Hello, dear viewers. I am a global nationalist. I support nationalism in my country, India, and in all countries around the globe. Today is the first Saturday of the month, and so, as per my schedule, I will talk about current events in India from a nationalistic perspective. Today, I want to talk about the Olympics in India and about the renaming of the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. So first I will talk about the Olympics. India has won 7 Olympic medals in this time, which is the highest tally that India has ever achieved in the Olympics. The previous highest tally was in 2012 when India won 6 medals. India has won 4 bronze medals in and 2 silver medals and 1 gold medal. And I just want to make this video and to congratulate the players for winning and making the nation proud. And I want to talk about how talk about this from the how what impact this will have on the nation of India. To first go back, we have to go, for, first we have to go back to 2014 when the Indian government in September launched the Target Olympic Podium Scheme, Target Olympic Podium Scheme, also called as TOPS. This was a scheme to encourage Indian sportspersons who the government thought or believed were possible medal contenders in the Olympics. This to so this program was basically focused on providing select players in India extra support, extra facilities. They would pay them for all their financial needs, all the equipment, all their travel expenses, training. They provided them first class, world class training and facilities and made sure that they were ready for winning medals in the Olympics. And and there was also the Khelo India program, which was launched in 2017 by the Modi government, which is a program to grow sports culture in India, throughout India. It's a bottoms up program, not just aimed at the Olympics, but at sports in general. Under this program, three tournaments and sports tournaments have been started and throughout India from for different age groups, starting from youth onwards. And this program received an extra funding last year of 300 around 340 crores. And in general, last year, India got the Indian government spent 50 crore rupees more towards sports than in the previous budget of 2019. This shows that this current government is serious about sports, of making India successful in sports. Now, and I think these results are evidence that the work that the government has put has achieved is uh, has been worth it. The efforts that the government has made has been worth it. Of course, the primary credit goes to the players. I'm just saying that some of the credit should go to the system, which has improved. Of course, it's not as good as it should be. We have to get much better at sports facilities, sports infrastructure, and I think that We will. I think we're getting there. I also want to talk about the Khel Ratna Award, which was originally called the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award and is now called the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. This is an award given every year to sports persons in India who have performed uh, to the best uh, uh, in their categories in the last 4 years. So this has been award given since the 1991, 1990, and it was originally named as Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. Rajiv Gandhi was the former Prime Minister of India. It was named after him, and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi received several messages on social media, thousands, to rename it as Dhya- the Dhyan Chand Award because people felt that there was no need to name a sporting award after a politician, which is because, and I agree with that. Uh, Dhyan Chand, Major Dhyan Chand, who was a not was a major in the Indian Army, was also a player in the Indian hockey team, field hockey team. He is considered widely as the greatest hockey player of all time, has scored 1,000 goals, and has won gold medals for India in the Olympics, and is an inspiration for all Indians who play sports, not just uh, not just hockey players, but in other sports as well. So I think that naming the award after someone who is so revered throughout the country is a good idea. And it's fitting. There is another Dhyan Chand Award, a Lifetime Achievement Award in sports, but that is a Lifetime Achievement Award. This is an annual award. So while I do think it would have been better if that another name was used, another person was used, name was used, so that there's no confusion. I think this is okay. This is not a big deal that some people are making it out to be. And yeah, this is an improvement. It shows that Indians are moving away from worshiping politicians. And if the Congress is claiming that this is done to disrespect Rajiv Gandhi, I disagree. It's not being done because of any Indians who ask for this are not asking for this because they have any uh, dislike or hatred for Rajiv Gandhi. It's because they simply want their sports persons to be supported and encouraged. They don't want politicians imposing themselves on every facet of their life. And the Gandhi family, especially, have put their names in various places in India. There's Rajiv Gandhi Road, Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, Indira Gandhi Stadiums, Jawaharlal Nehru University. I mean, there are places in India, all over in India, that are named after that family, which is completely unnecessary. And yeah, so now want to at on a general level, I want to talk about how nationalism in relation to sports. We can not to first I want to talk about the Euro Cup, where uh, people had thought that the UK would win against Italy, but Italy won, and the UK team were very woke. I use the quotes because they're not actually woke; they're brainwashed by the modern day propaganda. They kneeled for the support Black Lives Matter. They were and basically saying that all of England is racist, that England, which is not true. No single country is racist. There is, there are, there are racists in every country, but no country is racist as a whole. And uh, globalists also globalists praised the UK team for this, while the UK British people booed them when they did this kneeling. And the Italian team did not support Black Lives Matter. They did not kneel during their national anthems, and they weren't diverse. They did not bring in players from other ethnicities just because they were from those ethnicities. They chose players based on their skill, and as a result, Italy won. Um, this shows that identity politics uh, does not give results, does not improve anything. It weakens teams because weakens nations, and by consequence, the sports teams of those nations, because the players in those teams stop thinking about their nation, which they're representing, but start thinking about the various groups that they are from, and they start feeling like they represent them, and so they're less motivated to win for their team. The Italian team did not have this problem, and so won. This can also be seen in the US, where Gwen Berry, uh, American athlete who is a hammer thrower, turned her back on the American national anthem when she came third place in uh, a match that was done to select the American Olympic team. She did this and uh, did this to support Black Lives Matter, saying that America is racist against blacks, and she's supporting black people by uh, disrespecting the anthem, which is not true. America is not a racist country, just that there are people in America of all races, white, black, Hispanic, and there are Indian Americans and Asian, Chinese Americans, all colors, who are racist. There are individuals like that who think that they're superior to others just because they're of a certain race. This is a wrong belief, very arrogant belief, and is not true, and I condemn it. However, it is wrong to say that all people are have that belief just because they share a national identity with those people who do have that belief. And I have lived in two countries, and I can say that with confidence that the vast majority of people do not discriminate against each other. They don't hate others based on their uh, different identities, and most people can get along. That identity politics actually, while claiming to fight against racism, in India it's communalism and casteism, while all these isms are what identity politics supposes purports to fight against, it actually perpetuates them, and by making people focus on their identities. And Gwen Berry uh, lost in the Olympics. She did not win any medals. And the women's football team, which has been very politically biased uh, towards the Democrats, and complained about not getting uh, this equal wages as the men's American football team. They supported Black Lives Matter. They, again, all some of their players, not all, uh, kneeled for the national anthem to be again accusing America of racism. Various I acts which I use this word critically. I find these acts to be disgusting. I genuinely feel uh, revulsion towards these actions, even though I'm not an American. No one should uh, treat their country like that. You should always love your country, respect it. You might disagree with the policies of the government or something else, but you can never put down your country. It's like it's a sin, I think. It's a moral sin. It's a terrible thing to do. And I'm glad to say that the American football team lost to Sweden and eventually did not win gold or silver, but won bronze. Now, winning bronze is a good thing. Winning any Olympic medal is good. But however, the Americans were favored to win the gold, and so this is a disappointment for them, which is, I think, fitting. I think they deserve to be humbled like this. And so, yeah, and I want to talk about how, before I finish, about to compare these player people to the Indian Olympians. For example, PV Sindhu has visited Durga Puja in India, sorry, a Durga temple to thank Goddess Durga for her bronze medal victory. And Mirabai Chanu, who won silver in weightlifting, has credited Lord Hanuman for her victory. And Neeraj Chopra was also very patriotic, also, and all the players, they were very proud with their country. They showed their patriotism on their sleeve, and they weren't they were proud with their heritage and their culture, and they performed well. I think this shows that nationalism is not a bad thing. Nationalism is good. It is good for a nation to be nationalistic. And I hope that countries like America and UK can begin to regain some national pride, which I think is happening because there's a lot of opposition to globalism in these countries. But I hope that they can get better at it and eventually defeat globalism. India is also fighting against it. And I want to end this by simply thanking the Indian players for their victory. I am grateful to them. They have put in a lot of hard work, made a lot of efforts and sacrifices, and I want them to know that as an Indian, I can say that I am thankful to you for all that you've done for our country, and I encourage you and wish you all the best in the future. Chak De India. Thank you for watching. Vande Mataram.